live. Oh gee, we've already got people in here. Radio Gay, Stu from UAVfutures here, and today, well, the weather, as you might see, absolutely sucks. We've got a few people tuning in. We're out in the field with Long Range Tony in the background. We're trying to do some stuff. We have burned, set some things on fire, but what we're going to do, we're going to do some flying and yeah, just have some fun. So if you've got any questions, bring them in. Let me know what the audio quality is like, because it is not very conducive to flying. And probably not very conducive at all to doing a live stream. So g'day people tuning in. I'll switch it around. We got the other man right here on the phone. What's going on, Tony?
I am absolutely hating this weather. It's crap. It's blowing an absolute gale. It's shit and I don't know why I'm here.
Yeah, it's very, very windy.
Just doing this for the man.
Doing this for the shrimp on the barbie. Is that a real thing? No, not really. We don't call them shrimp. We actually call them prawns. But anyway, Tony's about to rip some packs, I think. And yeah, if you've got some questions, fire them in. I've got a little stream box here, which hopefully some people might be able to see. Man, I can't believe we got 65 people watching this already. Bear with me. In here, and then check this out. My favorite toothpick. Oh, look at this. Oh, live stream professional. Yeah, go for a rip, man. Favorite toothpick. I don't know, maybe the Tadpole from Armaton. Tango 2 is going very, very well. I think Tony's, give us your best trick on this. Please go into the ground. Oh, I think we're going to crash there. Alrighty, Jack Animations. I'm buying the Eachine E013s. Do you prefer and still recommend it as a starter FPV setup? Not really, man. That video is fairly... Oh, Granger's saying crash as well in the thing. So that Eachine starter kit, like I think it was called the Bell Pepper, is fairly old. And I would say you've got some much better options out there. Look at the Emax Ready to Fly kit as well. Oh, the wind sound is amazing. Oh, and we got Benny asking about FPV dealers. So where do you buy your stuff from, Tony? Your products.
I like Phaser to support Australia.
Yep. Next FPV?
Probably Stuart from UAVfutures is a big dealer of mine. He supports my habit day in, day out. Yep. And I'll join UAV soon.
Alright, that sounds good. Alright, Emma. That is pretty bad at the moment. Put a sock on the mic. I don't have one, so I don't know where is this any better? You got to tell me. I need your feedback on this sort of test stream, just having some fun, what it actually goes like. So howdy from Texas, someone saying Phaser, someone saying hey Stu. Anywhere near the wildfires, do they have that under control? Yeah, but in some of the states, it's kind of evened out. It's not catastrophic everywhere. The whole country isn't on fire. Wind on, absolutely, definitely. Maybe if I go sit in the car, we'll see if it's any better. You should come over this way, Tony, when you finish your pack. Radio. So I don't know, is that any better? Hopefully that noise is a little bit better. Wind noise is ridiculous. Avant or the Lava X? At the moment I'd probably go the Avant. That little micro Avant absolutely rips. I think it's a little bit more expensive though. Alright, much better. Stu, what TX are you flying with at the moment? So do you mean like VTX or what radio, all that sort of stuff? That's from Chris Gager. And we got someone else turning up here too, giving us a lot of squizzes, bringing some kids into the park. I have the Tango 2. So if you have any questions about the Tango 2 you want to know about as well, fire them up. I'll go grab it. I'll brace the wind. It's very windy out here. Here we go, so that's a bit better. Yeah, this is what I'm flying at the moment. So there's still some times when I bind up to my other radios and, you know, because I've got other receivers and I just can't be bothered to switch over the bind and flies. But yeah, if I had to choose, I'd be flying this bad boy. There is still daylight in Australia. Yeah, when it's not covered in a lot of smoke. Hey brother.
Are you filming?
I am, I'm actually live right now, but yeah, if you're coming for a rip, join in.
Awesome.
Nice bro. So we just had some other pilots turn up, which looks good. Alrighty, so let's see, these questions seem to have disappeared. I don't know how to get the comments back in the thing. Maybe if I press this button. I don't know. Alright. Dude, you're so lucky to have 2 feet of snow, right? Some people got 2 feet of snow. Yeah, but at least you can still fly in the snow if it's not too windy. Here you can't really do too much. It's windy over there. Someone's saying in Ireland we have a storm at the moment. Someone's coming in from Israel. So are the fires? Yeah, the fires are getting better. But if you've got any drone questions, fire them away. Hey Donnie, what's cracking, man? Good to see you on here. Granger needs help. Yeah, we know Granger, but look, we'll set something up for you, brother. Tango 2 question. Do you think there'll ever be, and how do I get these back? Please let me scroll down. Oh, here we go. Do you think there will ever be an update or mod for the Tango 2 to work with FreeSky? I don't think so. Maybe some people might hack something together, but I think a smart move, if I own TBS, would just to be key to keep everybody in the TBS ecosystem, and FreeSky and TBS probably have one of the worst relationships, I think, in the industry. Someone's saying that's one epic thumbnail. Yeah, this is still new to this live stream stuff. So I said, Tony, quick, look at the camera. When are we going to be coming to the States? That's from Reaper FPV. And if you've got questions for Tony as well.
Coronavirus, we're not going anywhere.
Oh yeah, so I would love to get over to the States one time, possibly to head a trip. I think Granger's going over there this year as well.
I'll be in Chicago in March. May.
Are you taking drone stuff?
I could always be convinced to do something like that.
All right, yeah, so if you're in Chicago and you're around that area, yeah, hit Tony up. I do not have, oh yeah, I do have a Jumper T16 Pro, so that's from Makeda blah blah. Well, I don't know how to say that. Sorry about your name. Yeah, it's a decent radio. Thanks for the strap. So that's Moving Shadow FPV. No worries, bro. Thanks for signing up to Patreon. I hope you're enjoying it. Raining non-stop here. Is it worth buying the HD3 now to get it because I don't want to get the HDO or HDO2? Well, why are you getting, this is from Benny, why would you get the HD3s? What advantage do you see in getting that sort of goggle? I don't know, we'll have to see what he says here. For me, I probably wouldn't get, I don't know, you probably can see my impressions on the HDO2s. Besides, my ones were broken. But I thought they were kind of a bit of a waste of money. They touched my eyes, and look, that was just my experience. I touched them. You liked them besides the eye thing, right, Tony?
The HDO3s?
The HDO2s.
The HDO2s were good. If you've got long eyelashes, they do touch the screens.
Okay, if you had $500, would you buy them? Would you buy something like
Yeah. Oh, look, I don't know. For me, because I've got so many quads, and that's not, just being big-headed, but if I go and buy digital, that's a lot of investment. It's more than $1,000 because I'm limited to one quad with it, unless I go and buy another air unit. So if I was starting afresh, I think digital's a great way to go.
God, Tony's really rambling here on this answer. So quick, give me an answer. What one are you going to buy?
Analog.
Okay, so Tony looks like he would buy the HDO2s. I have $300. What's the best goggle? I already have the Attitude V4s. I would say Sky Zone O2Cs. Dragon Link or Crossfire. Using Crossfire, I've just switched over to using Crossfire. Crossfire LQ is on 300. Do I have to be aware that it doesn't get under 70%? Did you just crash?
No, I'm just.
Or does this only apply to RSI? Do you know what? So that's for copter flights. I have only just jumped over to the Crossfire, I guess, ecosystem. So I actually don't know the answer to that question, but I appreciate you putting it in. Tony's probably going to be doing some crashing here. Let's see. There's people in that car too. People who are at this park flying, but it's my favorite go-to quad at the moment, just to have a rip around. So that's from Mr. Joggy. I would say probably my Vanguard with the DJ. Man, that video was terrible there for a second. Was your video bad?
No, it's really good.
We are down at, what's this place called? The Pony Club?
The Pony Club in Belmont.
What is Tony flying? You are flying the Oblivion from TBS. So, I don't know. What do you think about this quad? I didn't like it at the start, but it's grown on me in terms of its reliability.
Oh,
How much did you just
nothing
keep bashing that frame and
Yeah. It never
doesn't seem
breaks.
to go on.
I even bought a spare frame when they were on sale, but I haven't had to use it yet.
Tony, you've got someone from Blooper here. Tony, I live in Chicago. Want to meet up and fly when you're down here? What's your Twitter or Discord? So on the UAVfutures Discord.
Is there such a thing? I've never been on it.
Get out! Does Tony have his own channel? Yes, he does.
Post? No.
So yeah, Tony does, but he doesn't really make too many videos besides cycling videos because he's a bit of a freak on the bike. Have fun going back to work, Donnie. RPM filter installed? Nah, Tony's probably taking it fairly easy on that one. Best pre-built 5-inch.
Best pre-built?
5-inch. Well, you can go. Well, if you want to go, something from Armaton, or it depends how cheap you want to go, I guess. Like value-wise, maybe the iFlight Nazgul, but if you want to get something a bit more premium, you've got some Catalyst Machine Works bind and flies, you've got some Armaton bind and flies, so it really depends how much money you want to spend. But all three of those, you're still going to have an awesome time. Have you tried the TBS Source 1?
No, but it looks good.
Isn't that old frame, the Source 1?
No, Source 1 is an open source frame.
Yeah. It's just like a freestyle banger,
it looks
right?
like an old Wizard.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, but it looks good.
It's a good, cheap, decent frame, absolutely. What toothpick have you I think they're going to say recently reviewed. That's by Swoley 00. We were just testing one out this morning. It was going to be like the Lava X HD, the new one that's come out. But of course the weather is just not letting me do any work. There's lots of Tonys in Discord. What's his name? So Tony, if someone wants to get you know what? Send me an email if you are in Chicago and you want to meet up with Tony, and I will forward it on to him. So I don't know. What do you reckon of my little dream box?
Yeah, it's cool.
Tony?
I've just come down. We got digital up at the moment. To kill my analog video.
So yeah, we've got.
I've got lines through and through. Can you see them on yours?
Is your camera still plugged in? Yeah, so here we go.
Yeah.
So right now, those flickers, it looks like snow, but the horizontal lines, which don't look like normal static, so that's some, that'll be digital interference. That's what it looks like when you're trying to fly and coming through. Modular 6 is awesome, but watch out for the low voltage. I'll just fly mine down to drop out of the sky.
Yeah, that's the beauty of having an endless battery supply.
Let me switch this camera.
Where's Granger?
Is
he still down at the gym?
Probably just woken up. What's your favourite wing?
My favourite wing?
Yeah.
I've got the Kaiparina 2 from TBS. I love it. That's great. It's there's a lot of.
This is where I wish we could say this show sponsored by TBS, because we've talked about Tango 2,
what are we, TBS
Oblivion,
yeah, I know.
Crossfire, your wing, which I can never pronounce.
And
but
Trappy, if you ever look, I've never had anything off you.
Trappy, send Tony something. So yeah, Tony, what's your wing, and why do you like it so much?
I like the Kaiparina. I like doing. In fact, I can do long range. It's really good, like line of sight as well, and just doing some FPV. It's a really good platform for a GoPro. Nice and solid. I put it through a barbed wire fence once, and we
almost lost it a couple of times as well.
Yeah, we've
when the video cut out.
Video 3.5 Ks out, lost video. I like the fact that with the flight controller and the fail-safe, it flew back on iNav. That was brilliant.
Yes. I was glad too, because that had my DJI only unit on there.
However, the only downside with the big wings like that, they're expensive. By the time you put in flight controllers and the wing and the batteries, it all adds up. I'd say best wing, value for money, hands down, is the AR wing, the full-size AR wing. Nearly everyone around here who flies has an AR wing, and they are indestructible. They're so much fun. You can pick them up online for, probably US $70, ready to fly. You just plop them together and away you go. So for me, I think the AR wing is where it's at. But in my little cave, I do like the Kaiparina.
Okay, someone's saying, could you use a Tango 2 to fly that wing?
You could.
Has it got enough switches?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the Tango 2's got enough. Obviously, it's got the 2 joysticks. It's got an arm. It'll have a return to home.
It's got the back ones
and
too.
To be honest, that's really all you need.
Is there anything on here that you're?
The only issue will be the trims. So once you've trimmed it out, you can probably fly it on this. But
the trim setting, but have to double click and move around. It's not as easy on the go, is it?
It's probably not as easy on the go.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, you could, and you could have semi-long range, and if you lost it, it's going to fly home to you.
All right. Antenna set up for medium range, FPV patch or helical? Medium range.
I would say medium range. If you want really good video, I'd go a helical.
Yep.
It's not that much more money.
What's medium range? Drop that.
So if I said medium range, in my mind, it's probably about 3Ks.
Would you fly your wing on this radio with only 250 milliwatts?
I'd be interested to see how far it could go.
Would you? Like
Probably,
if we're talking about the Tango 2
probably
there?
not. I like having flown so long on free sky, and I know I can rely on it, and it's dependable at a certain range. So I think I just continue flying.
Benny keeps asking about goggles and best goggles under $500. I'm going to say the Sky Zone O2Cs.
Or the
Yeah, or if you've got a mate that someone gives you, yeah, fly those. Probably your only what have we got here? Oh, that's very nice. This is from Pyro Man. Probably the only opportunity I'm going to be able to contact you. Well, you can always send me an email, but I've been a massive inspiration to me. Got into flying a few years back. Much love from Wales.
Wales! Excellent!
My pleasure, brother. That's what this whole channel is all about. It's all about getting people flying, having fun with the hobby, whether you agree with my opinions or you disagree with them, whether you like the products I review, whether you think that you've got some other ideas that you might think they're garbage, whatever it is. The whole idea that I want to get over though is it's all about getting together with your friends and sometimes with people you're forced to hang out with, and just having some fun in the field, ripping around, and just experiencing the skies, because it really is life-changing. Love that rusty refrigerator. I don't know what that comment was about. Hello from Brazil. What does Tony think about the DJI system for wings? I'm going to pull this out so I don't have to hold the box anymore, because it looks like you're not flying it. Yeah. Bear with me. Put this down. All right, I got it. All right.
So what do we think of the DJI system? I put it on for the first time, and it blew me away. So if you haven't looked at and experienced it, it is mind-blowing, the difference over a set of standard goggles. The field of view is immense. It's like sitting at the front row of the IMAX cinema. It's massive. The clarity is outstanding. If you've always flown with analog, you'll understand that when you fly low to the ground, you see green and you might see a few different shades, but you cannot pick out the individual blades of grass.
It's like watching YouTube on like 240p.
And then going to
1080
to
or
high
720.
def.
Yeah.
So when I put them on,
Oh, my finger's on the mic.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've just.
So we were
is that any better?
So we were just saying that when you fly analog, you see the colours, you see some change in contrast, but you can't pick out the detail. The DJI really lets you pick out the detail, and you can literally see every blade of grass. So yeah, it's amazing in the clarity. The field of view is immense. It's very, very different. The issue for me is it's got one standard size of faceplate, and everyone has a different size face, and DJI really needs to pull their finger out and come up with some different size faceplates that fit different size faces. But for me, I could get my whole hand in the side of the goggles.
I think they are changing that.
Yeah, so hopefully they are. They haven't done it yet, and it's been out for a while. So I think for me, it's a great system, but it's a massive change from my analog. So everything I have that's analog would need to change.
Check this wind out, by the way. Like, this is what we're dealing with. That's why we're sitting in the car here, because it's just
Horrid.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I'm thinking about going DJI mainly for the VTX. I prefer this radio.
Is it DJI right out there?
Yeah, so flying this radio but using the DJI for video is very nice. So I think the VTX absolutely. You can't really explain it, can you, until you put it on. You don't think it's going to be that good. I wanted to hate it. Honestly, I was like, nah, I don't want this system coming in. It's going to be too much of a monopoly. But you can't still argue with the results that you get.
It's like Apple coming in and taking over the hobby.
Yeah,
you know? And no one wants to put all the power in one company's hands. So, but it is great. It's like Apple. You know, they do a great product. Everyone's got it. We don't have the penetration yet with DJI, but into the FPV hobby. But you know, it is very good, and when people use it, they love it. I haven't seen anyone who says, "Oh, it's not great."
And Okay, here we go. We've got another one about the Runcam Orange or the new little Orca CADX cam. And we just tested out the Runcam Orange. We had one that locked up on us last time, like 2 weeks ago, went to go and film, so we couldn't use it. So we're going to go home. I'm going to test the footage once we get home and see how it comes out. So I can't answer that one because we're still in the progress of
doing reviews.
Yep. Is the GoPro 8 worth it? Should you invest in the GoPro 6 instead? I don't know, it depends how much money. They're all going to do pretty good jobs.
I mean, the only changes that I can see are the differences between hyper smooth and super smooth and slippery smooth.
Hyper smooth 2.0 is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
It depends if you want to use that or just get an old school session if you can find a second hand.
Man, I'm still finding a session.
Yeah, I've still got 2 of those. Stu, would you consider building a sub 260 freestyle quad from scratch and make it an official sub 250 recommendation? Fun machine could be around legal. I don't know. It's I don't know if you can get maybe things change all the time.
When was the last person that came out with a set of scales and weighed your quads?
Yeah, true.
Like seriously.
You don't think you're going to get busted by the cops rocking up and saying?
I tell you what, when they turn up with a set of scales and they're weighing the drone, we'll talk about
they might maybe like the drug squad come in and they've got their scales.
You know what? If we get to that, there's bigger issues in the world.
Okay. Thanks for helping me start drones. No worries, man. Oh man, sincere apologies from Joe Gray. So,
what did Joe do?
I don't know. Unless he said,
Joe, you're forgiven.
Yeah.
The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
$10. So no, I think that's like the first ever live super chat. So, alright, thanks very much, brother. I think there might have been a comment there about the T16 or something.
Oh yeah.
So I'm not sure. I doubt the cops will enforce FAA rules. Yeah, they've already got enough work to do. Like
the FAA might turn up.
Not out here, but with our. I don't know what they're going to do though. Luckily, we're at a flying field at the moment, so it's cool.
And it's a regulated flying field. If Cass is watching.
Yeah. I ripped him on the T. Do you mean the Tango 2 video, Joe? Oh, all good, brother. No problem. Don't worry about it. Radio. So anyway, I'd like to know too. What do you guys think about this live stream? Is it something you'd like to see more often? This is just, I finally got a new phone after pretty much a decade.
It's in the 21st century.
Yeah.
It's a modern phone.
So this is, I don't know, I'd like to get out, maybe fly with you guys while I'm doing some work out here, doing reviews and stuff. It'd be cool just to be able to turn the camera on, tune in, talk to you guys. You can ask questions like why I'm actually talking about products and what they're like and say, hey, is there anything else you could do on there? And, I'd love to know the answer to this. What do you think about this? Blah, 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 blah. You guys get it.
Can you guess what
someone's saying, hey, Stu, I'm still flying the GT369. I won a new giveaway. Nice, brother. I'm glad you're doing it. That was
I'm glad it didn't catch fire.
Yeah, we actually, I don't know, we flew some product today that there is no information online. It has a potential to be a big deal if it works properly.
Yeah.
We had some teething issues, but
which ended up with things being on fire.
We did have it catch in the flame. That wasn't that product's
fault. No, it wasn't the product.
We're talking about like a competitor to DJI right here in the digital space we were testing, but very, very cool stuff. I don't think I can say too much more there. Von Base says, I'm working on building my own FPV channel. What's some insight? I just do it because you love it. Like a lot of people just do it to get views, or they think that they need to do it a certain way. Just be yourself, make your own videos. Don't worry too much about how many people watch your videos. People will watch what they enjoy. So if you make the content you enjoy, people who enjoy that will start watching that. So you get to make more stuff. Yeah.
Someone before watching from the UK. Who was that?
That's Michael Canning.
Michael, what time is it? Go to bed.
Okay, we're getting a lot of nice compliments here. So, can you give my drone channel a shout out at Motorboy? No, I'm not going to give your YouTube channel a shout out at go to Motorboy's videos. I don't know. All right, Orca 2 or Bifrost 2? I don't know. Orca's probably not going to send me a pair of goggles because, well, I kind of ripped on the fat sharks, well, not ripped on them. I just told them my experiences, so they might look at that and think, I don't know if they want any.
Bifrost looks good though.
Does it?
Yeah. I haven't seen it though in the flesh.
Yeah, and I don't think I'd be very doubtful on how much research is going to go into that. I'll eat my hat if they turn around and like, we've dropped all these updates, we've improved the latency, all this other stuff, but I don't know. I think there's a bit of hype around that. for a few people in, but we'll see what happens. Best toothpick, I've already answered that in this video, so about 3 times.
So scroll back.
Oh, I got another super
it's
chat.
Another blue one. Hi from the UK. Woo!
Thanks very much, Ben.
Yeah. That was the best one because it was in blue.
Yeah.
Does that mean he's paid something?
He does, he paid me $2. So there you go, Tony, we'll go get a coffee if we get it. Oh, £2.
£2?
I could buy pretty much buy a new car with £2 in Australian exchange
get
rate.
McDonald's breakfast for that.
It's 2:09 in Sweden, 1 AM in UK. I don't know what it is in the US. It's probably like 5 or 6 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Our best wing for learning on. You know what?
Oh, best wing for learning.
We came out to test this today, but the wind is disgusting.
This is like a
Super cheap toy.
It's like a mini Bixler, or like a little mini Phoenix 1600. It literally has a tiny wingspan of maybe 600 mil. We're going to be testing this when it's not blowing a hurricane. So
Yeah, and it's not FPV.
No.
I just want to learn to fly line of sight because I'm not very. I can only fly FPV.
he only crashes line of sight.
Yeah. So it would be fun
but to answer the question,
Yeah.
what's the,
oh, okay.
no.
Best beginner wing.
Best beginner wing, hands down.
AR wing?
The Sonic model AR wing.
Yeah, okay, we agree.
980 millimeter wingspan, bind and fly for about $60 US. Outstanding value. Everyone's got one. If you haven't got it, go and buy it. It's called a. I think there's a number of other companies do exactly the same wing, and they just call it something.
I'll put a link in this video so we've referenced it so many times.
But
Sonic AR wing.
Sonic model AR wing. It's an oldie but a goodie.
Yeah. All right. Line of sight is hard. Someone's saying. Do you think DJI will make a separate digital receiver so that other goggles can be used with their air units? If you had a monopoly over a group of people where they had to use your product and you gave them no other choice, it's a no. I don't think they're going to.
I don't
because
think they would invest
fiscally, why would you just give away something to your competitors for free when you can just milk all the money? Companies work by making money.
Yep.
So yeah, I wish they did, but I don't think they're the most.
They want market domination.
Yeah. All right, we're getting a few. Hey Stu, you helped me so much with so many different things. No worries, Matthew Barnes. Thank you. I'm loving this hobby. Yeah, it is life changing. How did you get into it? Was it my videos?
Look, I've been flying RCs.
You meant to say yes.
I wasn't that. I've been flying RC since I was a kid, and then when I moved to Australia, I saw a video on YouTube once, and it was in France, and they were racing drones through the forest with LEDs on the back, and I thought that was really cool. And I started watching a few more videos, and then there was this geezer who, from UAVfutures, it was some new channel, and I started watching, and I started recognising some of the places he was flying was where I lived. And so anyway, I ended up meeting Stu through that. And
send me an email. Yeah, if you ever need anything, send me an email if you've got questions.
And then he sold me my first bag of crack, which was a 5-inch quad, which had some I think 4-inch arms.
Yeah, no, one arm was 4
One
inch.
arm was 4 inch.
There was a mix-up.
Anyway, he hooked me in, and
We've flying ever since.
like 2.5, 3 years later, I'm still flying, and he's still selling me stuff. So yeah, he's like the biggest quad dealer in
First
town.
one's free. First one's free. I saw that same footage of FPV chasing through the forest and went, yeah,
Awesome.
that was that Star Wars. Yeah,
it was Star Wars. It was so cool. Yeah. I think that single-handedly got a lot of people into quad flying.
All right. So best budget drone. We've got a few questions coming in. Budget drone. I don't know what budget is. $200, $100. Like, I don't know. If you want to go budget, an Emax Tiny Hawk kit is probably as cheap as it's going to go. So did he just call him an old geezer? I don't know what's.
You are an old geezer.
Actually, yeah. Well, you know what? That's a 30-minute stream just for a bit of a fun, a bit of a test. I'd like to know, I'd really would appreciate some comments on what you think about streams, what you'd like to see, all this sort of stuff in field streams, what the sound quality was like, what do you think about Tony's flying or flipping around between the two views, all that sort of stuff, because it is something I'm interested in. I just have had a really, really bad phone that would last about 20 minutes before I needed to charge it. And that's not even, counting.
So we're going to put a quiz up. What phone have you got?
Anyway, I have a new phone, but finally it actually works, and I went to Android finally. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, so Hope you guys enjoyed that. Subscribe for more FPV related content. Huge shout out to those couple of people. We got $18 in. We could go buy lunch, man.
Man, we should
Get a coffee, chill out. So no worries. Thanks very much. On that, subscribe for more FPV related content.
And remember, happy flying.
Yeah, Tony's got it. Too easy. All right, now I've got to figure out how to end this sort of stuff.
Just
So
turn the phone off.
let's try this little X button here.
Thanks, mate.
Let's see. Do you want to stop your stream?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
All right, catch you
Go.
guys. I'm gonna go meet these new pilots that have just turned up. So I'm excited. All right, catch us.